Okay, this is an edited down short version, entertainment version I call it, of our Saturday race at Buttonwillow for the Formula Atlantics. It wasn't a big turnout, really just three of us, my two teammates and myself. We had a great time though and got in a lot of practice for our trip to Sonoma. This race was run counterclockwise, so if you look at sunset or turn one, that's where I make the pass at the very start of the race. And then, like I said, it was intense because I led for the full 15 laps with vents breathing down my neck the whole time. Even though the race was intense, it's not terribly exciting from the spectator perspective for this video. So I'm actually going to use some of Vince's footage, which has me in the picture. And that's about it, really. It'll be one or two laps of that. Right now we're going to switch to the exterior view, thanks to my wife, of the start of the race.
Going off.
Got him.
Fence behind you.
As you probably noticed, the start, it looked like Vince got the lead, but we disappear out of view behind the trees, again, just like the video, and then pop back into view. And you heard one of my crew yell something like "got him" because they were surprised I was in front. As you're seeing here, this is Vince's car's video. We'll watch this, and then we'll watch it from my car, and then we'll watch it from Daryl's. I went into turn one pretty much side by side with him here. Again, this is from my car. And Vince is right there on my left. You can't really see him, of course. What happens, though, he gets out to the left a little. You can see a glimpse of him there. And he got on the rumble strips. I got slowed down really nicely for the corner and basically just got a really excellent drive out of the corner to beat him to the S's here. And as I mentioned before, that was pretty much the end of the race, other than me working my butt off for 15 laps to keep him behind me. This is Daryl's car. He started third, and as you can see, Vince is just a little wide there on the rumble strip, and I'm driving off the corner. So that was the difference in the race. Our lap times were pretty good. I think I have them in the video towards the end. I got down on the 142s, which was the fastest for the weekend so far, and had a lot of fun. I think I have a track map coming up here in a second to just orientate us again, as well as the one in the videos, of course. So over here on the left-hand side, lower left, it says Vince closest here. That's the off-ramp, slowest section of the track, and that's where Vince was catching up to me and getting closest. And so the two laps that are coming up are from Vince's car. They'll be about when he lap 7, 8, 9, right in there when he had his chance to pass me. These are lap times for me anyway. It sounds like it's not very exciting, but it was for me in the car. I was working hard, Vince was working hard, and we both learned a lot about the cars. I think this is our fourth event maybe this weekend, and I think I'll switch us back to native audio for a minute and just watch Vince try to catch up with me here. Okay, my editing tool's being temperamental, so I won't switch us back to native audio. I'll just talk about us learning the cars and getting faster and faster. Today, I think my fastest lap was a 142.5, and Vince was like 142.7. The tires we're on are at least a weekend and a half old, something like that, maybe 80 laps on them or so. And so as a result of today's race, Vince decides to put on some new tires for Sunday, and I keep these tires on. We call them the 100 lap tires. It's the same brand, good, same Goodyear, same bias tires and everything. But we're just learning about how long they last, and we're pretty amazed at how well they last. I'm probably blowing the race for Sunday, but on Sunday, Vince starts from the pole again. In the morning qualifying, him is a little quicker. But I pass him on about the third or fourth lap, and probably could have stayed in front of him if I'd been a little more careful. I made a little mistake, but I had the fastest lap time of the weekend, a 140.6 or something like that, 140.7, I forget. And on what we call these 100 lap tires, and I actually beat Vince, who was on brand new tires, and so we're really having to readjust our opinion and our approach to working these tires, bringing them in, and then about how long we can run with them and how fast. So learning a lot there. I'm going to try shifting to native audio again here for a second. I forgot. No point in using Vince's audio because he's got his camera on his chin, and it gets a horrible wind noise, and you can barely hear the cars or anything else for that matter. So we'll just keep that turned down. In a second here, we'll probably switch to some external clips of us finishing up the race. And the Sunday race will be a little more interesting, like I said, because I passed Vince once, and then he passes me back, and we'll make sure we focus on the fastest lap since it was so much quicker on these ancient tires, which we can't figure out why, but anyway. And this is in that off-ramp section there where Vince got closest. It might not have been this lap, but one of the other laps he got almost right up side by side with me, and but that was as close as he could get. I drove a pretty solid race, tactics-wise and just speed-wise. And I'm just rambling here because of his lousy audio.
Vince, we've been meeting like this since 19, in Soccer Speedway.
70-something, yeah. So, yeah, I guess we're still doing it, so I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you. Looking good. How about yourself?
Hey, just want to thank Vince, the Sabina team, all the guys, my guys. Thank you guys very much. Bob, Frankie, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, congratulations.
Definitely thanks to our great team whose names are here in front of you, Bob and Lanny, Frankie, and Aaron. And yeah, my wife missed my comments on the race. That's probably just as well since I yap all the time on the videos. So I think the last thing coming up here is the lap time table if you feel like looking at it. But the only thing of note is it showed I could have done a 141.9, and I actually do better than that tomorrow. So that's it. Thanks a lot.